Right. I would like to ask you to help welcome to the stage, representing the global intercultural fluency skill, Mr. Tevin Ali. Oh, I forgot. I am Tevin Ali. Hi, everybody. Surprise! I will be your seventh speaker this afternoon. I hope that's okay with you. All right. I'll be representing the global intercultural fluency skill. Hi, everybody. My name is Tevin Ali, and I'm a proud FAU alumni who dreams to manage and own his own biotechnology company one day, and to become a motivational speaker traveling the world. Now I'm going to share my story with you today. I hope that's okay. My story is a part of a larger collection of stories. It's a story about people, passion, and perseverance. It's a story about the global fluency skill. This is a story about the footprints in the sand of an immigrant and first-generation college student studying in America. I was born in a small island in the Caribbean called Trinidad. Oh, where my fellow Caribbean people at? Raise their hands. All right. I love you all, though. My parents, both born and raised in Trinidad, immigrated to this country in pursuit to give me and my brother a better quality of life. My parents didn't have a college education, but they knew the direction they wanted their kids to have. And like many immigrants to this country, we didn't start off with much. We started off with humble beginnings. My parents didn't have much. And for the first few years living in this country, me and my family lived in a garage for the time being. Through the long days, nights, weeks, months, and years, my parents eventually moved their way up in life and saved what little money they had to send me to college. Fortunately, I earned a scholarship to attend New York University, but ultimately ended up making a mess out of my first 2 college years. Being the first to attend college in my family, that was a real struggle for me. The struggle was real. I wasn't ready for the college lifestyle. I wasn't a good student at the time, and I let the opinions of others dictate my life and drown out my own inner voice. After 2 years, I let everything get the better of me. I became ill and withdrew from college. That led me spiraling down the wrong path and into a deep state of depression. The feeling that I failed myself and my family, that filled me up with feelings of worthlessness, guilt, and shame. I replayed my failures over and over in my head till I had nothing left inside of me. I was empty at that point in my life. That's when I hit the lowest point in my life. However, when you hit your lowest point, you are open to the greatest change. The low point in my life, and while it sucked, and boy, did it suck eggs, it was a blessing in disguise for me. It taught me to overcome the fear of uncertainty, to overcome the fear that you will never be good enough, and to overcome the fear of caring of what others think or perceive you to be. Most importantly, it taught me to not let my failures define me. As a result, I gave myself a second chance. And through the support of FAU, I have gone on to do many great things, and I've done several internships. I've worked at the renowned Scripps Research Institute, where I investigated cures to diseases such as cancer and Alzheimer's by designing drug-like compounds. I was also awarded a scholarship by Senator Bill Nelson and the Vice President of Verizon to intern in Washington, D.C., where I met and worked alongside influencers such as the Vice President of the National Institutes of Health, and influencers like Bill Nye the Science Guy. After DC, I returned to FAU and served in leadership in many organizations and graduated with my bachelor's. As you can see, you saw my timeline. I went from being that low-income immigrant to complete failure to college graduate to now just being recently named the 2017 State of Florida Student of the Year. Now I'm working on completing my master's at one of the top science universities in the nation, Johns Hopkins University, majoring in biotechnology, enterprise, and entrepreneurship. Under my circumstances, my story should not be possible. The countless boundaries and opinions of others I had to overcome was difficult. You too will face many challenges in the upcoming years. But take it from me, to overcome life's challenges, you need to become someone whose comeback is always stronger than their setbacks. Feed your opportunities and starve out your obstacles. What made the impossible possible for me was the power of the global fluency skill. What this skill means, in essence, is respecting and learning from a diverse people and diverse cultures, no matter your race, no matter your culture, no matter your age, no matter your gender, no matter your sexual orientation, and no matter your religion. That's global fluency. I was fortunate, and you're fortunate too, because you attend the most diverse university in the state of Florida. That is one of your greatest assets at FAU. This gives you the opportunity to develop the global fluency skill at a level many do not have the opportunity to attain. Your ability to learn from a diverse group of people will be the wellspring of your strength, just as it was for me. How I went from rock bottom to student of the year, that was due to the many diverse people I befriended at FAU and my internship sites, who believed in and inspired me. It all started for me with just a few people believing in me, till slowly, more and more people started to believe in me, till finally, I started to believe in myself once again. You are a product of your environment. Surround yourself with a diverse group of people. That's global fluency. And as a result, you will attain a sense of compassion, openness, inclusiveness, and be able to connect with people from all over the world. Now, a key aspect to attain global fluency skill is to learn to be fluent with one another, be vulnerable with one another. We tend to put an armor around ourselves, an armor around our heart. But it is only when we expose ourselves as real human beings with flaws and weaknesses that we could come to understand each other and trust each other at a level that we haven't been able to do before. If you asked me a few years ago to share my story, I would have been too prideful or ashamed to share my story of failure before I attained success. But because I was open and vulnerable with my failures, people believed in me. And I had unlocked and opened an opportunity to meet such diverse people at FAU in order to build this global fluency skill. Now, while we are a global society and it's important to embrace our diverseness, it's also equally important to commemorate our similarities. We share more in common than we think. In our genetic code, we are 99.5% similar to each other. Everybody in this room, we're all 99.5% similar to each other in our genetic code, no matter how we look on the outside. But that's not all we share in common. As humans, don't we also share the same two eyes that allow us to serve as the windows to the world? Don't we also share the same two ears that allow us to hear each other out? Don't we also share the same 2 feet that allow us to get back up when we fall? Don't we also share a voice that allows us to encourage each other? Don't we also have 2 hands that allow us to help ourselves and help other people? Don't we have a voice to encourage one another? Don't we have a mind that allows us to trust and connect with one another? And don't we all have a heart that beats in one frequency? Be as one. As a global society, our similarities, they connect us, but our diverseness inspire us as well. Global fluency took me from my then to my now. Your now starts right now, right in the very seats you're sitting at in this moment. The path ahead of you will be you will face immense challenges, but also great success. Allow global fluency to serve as a wind to your sails as you embark on your FAU journey. I believe in you. I believe in the potential of every one of you, and I hope you believe in yourself. Now go, make today ridiculously amazing. Thank you all. Love you all. Thank you so much. All right. Thank you, Tevin Ali, for sharing your story today. You're welcome. You're welcome. So now, based on my story, let's work on that global fluency skill. What can you do at FAU to build a skill? Now, as I described before, it means valuing, respecting, and learning from diverse cultures, races, genders, sexual orientations, and religions. I mentioned you are part of the most diverse university in the state of Florida. Use this to your advantage. We do have an Office of Diversity and Multicultural Affairs. This could be your first step at FAU. For me, when I came to FAU, this was actually the first office I was a part of. They had a program called the RISE program that really got me in tune with the university. So definitely check out the Office of Diversity and Multicultural Affairs. This will be your first step, and there's so much of first steps you could take at FAU. So definitely jot this down on your idea cloud. Chat with your neighbors for a sec.